So we're in Chippewa County. You know, there's so many great things we've explored here already, but we haven't explored the trails yet. And here in midsummer, as I stand here in Cornell across from the world's largest pulpwood stacker, it's time to check these out. Gonna do a little road biking on the Old Abe Trail, a little mountain biking with some people on the Hickory Ridge Trails, which are really, really cool. And like any good single spot in Wisconsin, we are blocks away from beer, cheese, and dairy. So let's work up an appetite and burn a few calories and check it all out.
The Old Abe State Trail is steps off downtown Cornell. This paved pathway stretches 20 miles and rests on an abandoned railroad grade. With connecting trails off Old Abe, you can cover 76 miles. In addition to biking, these trails offer other activities like horseback riding, cross-country skiing, inline skating, and snowmobiling. Different seasons, of course. I joined up with a family on their afternoon ride and made some memories along the way. Fit for all ages, this Wisconsin State Trail is an accessible path for beginners to cross-country travelers. My new biking friends are off to get a treat at Dillon's Dairy.
So in downtown Cornell, just mere blocks from the Old Abe Trail, is Dillon's Dairy. Now this is a great place to unwind, relax, fuel up for more riding, or have a nice little after-ride treat. Dillon's Dairy, as you might guess, has ice cream. But they have a lot more too. They have a huge variety of cheeses, they have flatbreads, they even serve prime rib here. It's very unexpected stuff in this place, and it's very cool. Now it's named after a child named Dillon, who was diagnosed with leukemia. And through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he wished for, as a Wisconsin boy might, a dairy farm, a herd of 33 cows. And through donations, he got his wish. Now unfortunately, he passed away, but he lives on in Dillon's Dairy.
And Dillon's aunt is right in there. I'm ready for the next level of adventure these trails have to offer. Dirk is going to help me learn about the Hickory Ridge Trail and what mountain biking is about here in the deep northwoods. Let's see if I can keep up.
So Dirk, it's beautiful here at Hickory Ridge. I mean, the trails are extensive too. 20 miles of mountain biking trails, right? And 17 miles of ski trails, like for cross-country skiing, skate skiing, classic skiing. This has to be a recreational paradise.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place, and especially year-round. It's great summertime, great spring, fall, winter, you name it, all seasons. There's recreation to be had. And in the summertime, both the mountain bike and the ski trails are open to hikers as well, and trail runners of all sorts. So it really goes beyond just mountain biking and cross-country skiing here.
Now, you're a mountain bike enthusiast, obviously.
Yes.
Why'd you pick mountain biking?
Yeah, I actually got into mountain biking when I was around 11 years old, and I grew up here in Bloomer, Wisconsin, the closest town to where the trailhead is located. And I just love the independence, the freedom. If I could spend a Saturday doing anything, I'd be 3, 4, 5 hours on the bike just going and going. There aren't many places in Wisconsin that have the backcountry feel.
What would be some of the tips you would have for a new mountain biker, and what's some of the jargon they need to know?
So for a new mountain biker, I would really suggest a couple things. A lot of people like to just sit on their bike and they get locked in. Feel free to stand up, move around. The bike should move freely from your body. Another thing is people like to stare at their front wheel. Look down the trail, look where you're going, it really helps you. And in terms of jargon, you'll find out that mountain bikers, you'll ask them where's a good place to ride. If you hear something technical, old school, assume it's probably a narrower trail, a little bit tighter, twister, more technical, difficult. If you hear the word skinny, that's a log that's cut very, very thin and you have to ride without falling off of it. But especially if they say it's a flowy system, Gary speed down the hills, and then it just takes you up the next hill. That's great as a beginner. Hickory is really flowy.
So you would advise any beginner to just go with the flow?
Yeah, exactly.
Phew, those riders know what they're doing on those tricky paths. I need to cool off, and I know just where to go.
Oh, well, thank you for coming.
Tell me about the beers you have.
My beers are all named after party spots in the area. If you're anywhere from 95 to 16, they can tell you exactly where the party spots are for the name of the beers.
So they're all local party spots?
Yes.
And I'm about halfway between 16 and 95, so that works. Okay.
Yep. The Honey Brown, that's a MoonRidge. MoonRidge is by far the most popular party spot in the area, and I just happen to live alongside of it, so that's why the whole brewery and everything is called MoonRidge.
Oh yeah, that has a really good flavor. What got you into brewing?
I've been a home brewer for 17 years and it just got carried away. I bought a lot of equipment. My wife finally said to me, what are you gonna do? So here we are.
What made you pick this particular location here in downtown Cornell?
We actually traveled to a couple different cities. I just lived 3 miles out And then I told my wife, why are we looking at some other city when we're right here? The city's been good to us. We're glad we're here.
So you brew up all these beers and you make pizzas that you're very well known for. And what is that one special ingredient in the pizza that I've been hearing about?
We make a regular white crust, but we also make what we call a speck grain crust. When I brew the beer, we save those grains, we put that in our pizza crust, and it is by far a local favorite. What we really want you to do is sit down, talk to somebody that you don't know, like we're doing, and just enjoy yourself.
And your number one rule is?
Drink good beer.
Normally I'd say rules are made to be broken, but not in this case. Cheers.
Cheers.